Hey y'all, I hope you're having a great day crocheting today. Now that you know how to make your slip knot and your foundation chain, we are now going to learn how to do the single crochet stitch, which is often abbreviated as SC in patterns. If you want to make amigurumi plushies, warm blankets, or cozy hats, this is the exact stitch you need to know. So grab your hook and your pretty yarn and let's get started. So let's put our slip knot on our hook. And let's make our foundation chain of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now there are two different ways that people go into their chain stitch to make the single crochet stitch. If you look at your chain stitch, you will notice how it looks like a row of sideways V's. These V shapes, each one of those V's are a stitch. And you look at one of them, let me get a little closer here. And you see how there are 3 strands of yarn? The first way to make this single crochet stitch is to insert your hook under that second strand. So that way when you look on top, you'll see 2 strands, your V appear. The other way to make this make this stitch is to go into the back loop. So as you turn and you look at the back of your work here, you see this bar right here. You're going to go in right there to that one. Here are 2 examples of what they look like, and it's just preference. This one I started my single crochet stitches in the back bar, and if you'll look at the bottom, it leaves a nice even row, pretty looking row. If you're going to see that edge, then it's nice to do that stitch. And you can see the back bars that I went into. The other way is I went into the front. This sample, I went into the front under the second bar, which that's how I'm going to show you today, because that's how I typically do it. And if you're going to connect this or put an edging, it really doesn't matter which way. It's whatever way is more comfortable. Now you'll notice this just has like a single row of yarn, and that's how it looks in the front. Now you have your 10 chain stitches here. In working the first row, you're going to chain 1 more for your turning chain. That's to bring it up to the next level for the next row. So the first V stitch is going to be the second chain from the hook. So the first V, you're going to see right here by the hook, we're going to skip that one, and we're going to go into the next one right here. So you're going to take your hook and you're going to insert it. You see the 3 bars, 1, 2, 3. You're going to insert it under that second bar. And you kind of have to shove it in there. Now when you look at the top of your hook, you'll see the V there, and that's where the top of the stitch is. Okay, So you have 2 strands up there. You're good. Now you're going to yarn over and catch your yarn with the hook from the back to front and pull it through that chain stitch. Now you're going to have 2 loops on your hook there. So you're going to yarn over your hook one more time and then pull it straight through those 2 loops. Boom! You just made your first single crochet stitch. Now let's do a few more. Let's go in the next one. You're looking for the 3 bars. You're going to go under that second one, through, hook, yarn over, pull it through. You got 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through both loops. Next stitch, you see the 3 bars, through, yarn over, pull it through, 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through. So now you have 3. So let's finish the rest of this. In, yarn over, pull through, in the chain, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops, pull through both loops. And we're going to go all the way to the end here. I know it feels clunky because it's small. And then the last one is right there. Now, if you'll look on the top of this, you'll see the V stitches going the other way. And we're going to count them. We had 10 chain stitches, so we should have 10 single crochet stitches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Now, here's a little insider tip. I like to mark with a stitch marker the turning chain, because when I come back around, the stitches on the end, let me show you on this example. The stitches on the end here, they get pulled down and they're hard to find. So I set a stitch marker before I start doing that row, so when I come back around, then it's easy for me to see that last stitch. And sometimes if I don't mark it, then I miss it, and then I go back and my work starts to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So let's go back to this. So once you hit the end of this row, to start to make row 2, we need to bring our yarn up to the correct height. So we're going to yarn over and pull through to make a chain to bring it up to the next row. This is called a turning chain. So now we're going to turn the work over to the back side, and you'll see the V stitches are going this way, running along the top. So for all future rows, when you insert your hook, you're going to want to slide it under both loops of that V, unless it tells you back loop only in the pattern or front loop only. When it says single crochet, you're going to go through both of those loops. So you're seeing you're going right there, and when you look on top, you'll see that V right there, V stitch. Okay, so you're going to insert your hook in there, you're going to yarn over and pull through. You have 2 on your hook, and this is where I place my marker. So when I pull that loop through, I get my stitch marker and I place it right here. And you'll see when I come back around, then I will have that last stitch marked. So when I finish out that stitch, there it is. Okay. So we're going to just keep repeating this all the way through the next row. So you're going to go through, so you see your V, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through, single crochet, finished. Insert into the next little hole here, pull through, insert, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through. And you see as we go along here, you start to get the gist of where your hook is going to go. See the hole there? Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Now you see I forgot to mark this one. So as you can see how it can kind of disappear there. But I have enough experience that I know it's there. But I still mark it because sometimes I get busy and on to other things and not paying attention. To me, that's a cue that, oh, once I hit that stitch marker, then I'm done with that row. It's very easy to do. Oops, ended up with a little knot there. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to chain 1, your turning chain, and turn it. Now here you can place your stitch marker, and then you know when you make that first stitch it's marked, so when you come back around. So see, when you finish this row, that's going to be your last marker. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I count periodically because sometimes you're doing a scarf or a blanket and you get halfway through it and you're like, oh my gosh, I started with 100 stitches and now I have 88. How did I do that? And you see it migrating smaller and smaller and smaller. Or sometimes it migrates bigger and bigger, bigger. Just, I just periodically count them to make sure that I'm on the right track. And that is literally all there is to it. You just learned the most important building block in the entire crochet world. And we can build on this knowledge. So keep practicing row after row until your stitches even out and your hands feel more comfortable doing it. You got this. Keep going. Practice makes progress. If this video helped you clear up the confusion, please hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming next beginner tutorial. In the next video, I will show you how easy it is to make a double crochet stitch. Drop a comment below and let me know what is the very first project you want to make. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and happy crocheting. I will see you in the next video.